Hello everybody, it's your boy, Arktos, back at it again with the drawing. It's nice to see everybody. Ullo, welcome in, even if you're just lurking, I appreciate it. It's been a while since the last drawing stream. I, hurt my wrist a couple weeks back, and that's why I kind of put the delay on it, but hopefully things are back now. My wrist admittedly still feels like a little bit sore, but it's a lot better than it was, so I want to finish this. So let's just get right into it. It's going to be nice and chill, so feel free to just hang. I appreciate it. So let's see, where should I pick up where we left off? It's been a couple weeks. Might as well just start with the body, perhaps? Let me see, where's the reference? There she is. My good friend Zungie. Yeah, might as well do the torso next. Let's hide these two bits. Oh, this one too. There we go. And next semi-transparent, so we can see where to hook it up. And let's see, it should be above that. Below this. Excellent. Let's see. How are we gonna do this? I'm guessing like the chest and the waist, those can probably all be one piece just fine. Because I'll put the skirt on its own, and the legs will be their own too. That'll work. I hope. Make a new folder called Torso. Art. Black. What were... I don't even remember my settings I was using. Let's see, marker... What size marker was this? Was it a 20, I think it was? And the angles also... No. That's not right. That seems right. There we go. Okay. Cool. Going to a correct layer. Just want to hook it up. Why does the, I guess that's not right. No? Is it 70? Fool, I can't even remember my own settings. Oh no. That should be okay. Just have to live with it. First things first, we've got to hook it up to here. What if we don't necessarily have to do that? Because we're going to have the coat over it too. Let's start with underneath there. That seems way too thick. Am I crazy? I'm probably crazy. Yeah, that works. Okay. And the way I have this drawn out on the other side is like the other side of the coat is just kind of under the torso. So the torso can just kind of be on top here. hair is going to be covering that bit there. Whoop. Skirt would go on top of that. Great. We bring the torso down to here. Great. And then that makes it easier to just put each leg on their own individual layer. That's all gonna be hidden underneath the skirt there. Hello, Moon Man. Welcome in. I hope you've had a good weekend. It's nice to see you, as usual. It's been great. You went to a Con of Swords? Yeah, kind of. There was a, local to where I am, just a very, very small kind of thing. Like, I don't even want to say specifically what it was at the risk of, you know, potentially revealing where I am, but it was nice. I have, like, an affinity for small kind of, like, amateur, like, conventions and stuff like that, because a lot of the time, they're actually a lot better and more well-organized than, like, bigger ones, and just a whole lot more relaxing to be with. They actually had an arcade at it that was hosted by some nearby like game development students. So what we were playing were essentially like their student projects, and there was this one that was like it was a dungeon crawler. It was kind of like Crypt of the Necrodancer, but Imagine that mixed with Snake. You know, the one where it's like your little snake and you gotta like move around and then like you get longer, or except in this one you don't actually get longer, but you control like 4 little joints on this creature. Well, your snake essentially. And each little joint can have like a different kind of gun to it. So it's like you could have one joint shoot out, like, say, a laser, like that. You could have the next joint shoot out, like, bullets that can pierce enemy. You could have the next joint shoot out, like, 3 bullets for range, if that makes sense. It was a lot of fun. I actually ended up, it was obviously they were all short games because they're student games, but I ended up clearing the, whole, game to what was there. It was, 3 stages, but there were, like, 2 levels per each stage, or 3 levels per each stage. I forget exactly how many, but it was a lot of fun. And then one of the other games that was there was... It was a little bit buggy, I'll admit that, but it was a really, like, cute idea. Where you play as a little, like, Shiba Inu. And it was a 3D one. But each stage was, like, you have, like, a little, like, platform. Just a flat platform. And the concept is you can fold over this platform like origami. So it's like you're a little Shiba Inu, and like you can see like little like where you're supposed to fold the platform. And then like say the platform can be already pre-folded, like the stage could look like this, and there's like an end of level kind of like teleporter, if that makes sense. And your goal is to basically get to the teleporter, and sometimes you have to like collect items on other little platforms. Sometimes they're like underneath and you have to like do all sorts of weird things. Sometimes you can't fold it certain ways. It's kind of hard to explain, but it was really cute. And with a lot of like, you know, touching it up, that could potentially be a real fun one in the future. And then I didn't get to try 2 of the other games. One was a horror game, and one was like your little paper airplane. Those 2 I didn't get to try. The only other one that I did get to try, and I was a little hesitant on trying it because it was a shooter game, a 3D shooter, and those tend to make me kind of, you know, motion sick. Sounds like an old school Flash game. Yeah, it kind of had that energy. In a way, they all kind of did, because, you know, they're just supposed to be like low, I don't want to say low effort, but smaller in scale, if that makes sense. As opposed to a lot of, you know, games that are out there. But yeah, the only other one that I did get to play, it was a 3D shooter, third person, not first person, where the aesthetic to it was really, really cool, and it actually didn't end up making me motion sick, but it was also very difficult. I couldn't get a score much higher than 80. I think my one time I got like a score of 160, but mind you, the like average was over 1,000 for the score. So it's partially just I was bad at the game. Anyway, erase that a little bit. The aesthetic to it was really cool. It was all low poly, which I really like. There was... Hold on, where am I gonna... Okay, so that's the zipper. Okay. There's, like, no story to it or anything like that. It's just, like, a non-stop kind of just go and shoot and get the high score kind of thing. The music was loud, in like a good kind of loud, just really loud EDM. The like character you play as was just like, she kind of looked like a low poly Dorothy from Big O, if you know what she looks like. It was cool. My biggest gripe with it, you know, aside from the fact that I suck at it, was, so when you play it, like, your health kind of automatically depletes over time, but then, like, when you shoot enemies, you can kind of, they'll drop, basically, health that you collect, so you can refill it, but it still automatically goes down. But there were, like, these kind of ship-like enemies. I couldn't tell if they were supposed to be, like, flying creatures or ships. But whenever they shoot at you, they just kind of killed me in one hit every single time. That was rough. Dude, where's the neck? Where's the neck? Hello? Neck? There you are. And also, like, the, like, stages that you played on, well, I guess it was only one stage, but the stage that it was, the environment, I'll call it that, it kind of, like, the polygons kind of, like, pulsated, so it was really hard to tell where, like, walls were and stuff, so I'd be, like, running, and then, like, I'd hit a wall, but I wouldn't be able to tell that, like, I hit a wall, because it looked like it kept going, and the way that everything was pulsing kind of gave the impression that I could still keep going from there, but I obviously couldn't. It's hard to explain. Really cool to look at, but man, I couldn't get a grip. I am certified bad at video games. I probably shouldn't. Sounds like a lot of visual info noise. Yeah, like, I'm kind of hit or miss with the loud video game noise kind of stuff. I'm not a fan of this torso. Hold on. Like, sometimes it's overbearing, but sometimes it kind of hits in a way that's just right. Like, I don't like a lot of loud music, but also I'll go and listen to, like, DJ Technorch, who does exclusively loud noise music that has... its purpose is to just blow your ears out. Hard to explain. And then they had one game that was separate from the, like, student games, but I didn't get to try that either. It seemed to be, like, some guys promoting a game that they had on, Steam or something, but I couldn't tell you anything about it. The seats for it were always kind of full, so I'm out of luck there. Yeah, I was kind of impressed, though. It was a first-year event, and I ended up staying until the closing ceremonies. Otherwise, I probably would have started the stream earlier. And they said their total attendance for being a first-year con was over 1,000. It never felt like it was over 1,000, but they based it completely on, like, the, badge sale numbers. Well, technically free badge sale numbers, but you had to kind of pre-register just so they could get a tally. You just put your name in, you didn't pay or anything like that. Which is really good. I'll bring this up a little bit. That'll do. I actually ended up winning a prize because with each of the game stations that they had were like little, not punch cards, but little sheets of paper, and printed on them for each game were basically a set of objectives. And for each objective on that piece of paper you completed, you'd get a little sticker that said, hey, I cleared this part of this game. Or for like the origami dog one, it was like, I cleared this stage in this many folds or less, that kind of stuff. And the more of those that you cleared, like, the more stickers you would get, and then you could turn those little sheets into, like, a prize table, and kind of Chuck E. Cheese style, you could, like, trade those points in for prizes that they had, and I got, like, a little plushie that's, like, a little reversible, kind of looks like a turtle, not quite. But it's just a cute little reversible critter where it's like on one side it's got like a little shell, and on the other side it's got like a different shell. It makes little different faces when you flip it inside out, one of those kind of things. It's cute. I'll probably end up like giving it away or something, but you know, where's the upper arm? That's what I want. Yeah. Got a lot of stickers, too. There are a lot of people, like, who made custom stickers for the con. And it's cute because the con's mascot is like a little frog. So yeah, sure, I'll take those. Wait. Okay, let's see what I can do. Sketch, there we go. Hide the reference to. Reference canvas, yeah. Pardon my yawn. Color. Okay. Stitch colors. Make these stitches a little bit bigger to better match with the ones on the head and the arm. Tool. That's better. Coat on. Man, full honesty, I have wanted to draw so bad lately. Just in general. But life keeps throwing things at me where it's like, I can't... I can't draw. Either I can't draw, or I'm not allowed the time to draw. So I have to sit here and suffer. Great! Keep seeing, you know, all of the artists I really like posting things like nonstop. I'm like, damn, I wish I could do that. Feeling of, I want to do this, but the universe won't let me do it. Exactly. It's like I used to draw so much, nonstop, basically. Nowadays, it's like, man, where's the energy? I don't got it. I don't got that, don't have the time. And I can kind of really feel myself, I don't want to say falling behind, but I don't feel like as good or as confident of an artist as I used to be. Sucks. Like obviously you can't get better if you don't do it, but it's like I'm not allowed the time to do it, so I can't get better. And I'm not all about the toxic, you know, rise and grind mindset, so it's like I'm not about to push myself beyond what my health will allow me in order to do this. It's like, okay, cool, guess I'll die. Guess I'll die. This will go behind the neck. In full honesty, I wish I could, like, just be allowed the time to sit here and fantasize about my OCs to shitty little in-my-head AMVs again. Was just like, it's all been drained from me. Not to sound like depressing or anything like that, but man. Shoot, let's see, everyone's always excited about drawing at a young age, then adulting hits you like a truck. For real! Like, damn, even if I could go back to, studying art in higher education, even that didn't do a number on me like adulthood did. At least, under those circumstances, I could still kind of create on my own free will. Now I kind of... It's much harder to, I'll put it that way. Where's upper arm? But yeah, if people ever wonder why I would like, you know, when I do cover a song, I want Okusenman to be the first one I ever do. The reason why? Well, I implore you to look at the lyrics for the song. Basically, I'm an old man with depression. Oh right, excited about the Pokemon Presents tomorrow? Oh yes, I am! I have literally no idea what they could be talking about during it. I'm on my bingo card, my non-existent bingo card, I've got Scarlet and Violet DLC for one. Like, obviously they've set it up for DLC to happen. That's inevitable. Shot in the Dark, Pokemon Sleep, it's finally going to happen. They'll finally let me go to bed. What else? I've had some friends excited for potentially more Gen 5 remake news, and I'm admittedly kind of on the fence about that. Gen 5 is my personal favorite gen, but I'm also very much on the side of Game Freak needs to take their time for once, please. And after how the Diamond and Pearl remakes came out, I wasn't a big fan of those. They weren't necessarily bad per se. I think when it came to Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, they're a really good start for people. They're really good dip into Gen 4 for people who have never played Gen 4 before. But if you have, you don't get anything new out of it. And I feel like part of why they took that route with BDSP is because of how awful people reacted to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Full disclaimer, I adored Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire as I adored the original Gen 3 games. Emerald it wasn't my first, but it was one of my first Pokemon games. So I love Gen 3 through and through, and I thought Oras was great. It, you know, kept a lot of the, you know, aspects of the original and included a whole ton of new stuff, so it didn't feel like I was playing the same old game. You know, if that makes sense? I definitely get why people weren't too keen on it, but they complained so much that now what we got was BDSP. Yes, Game Freak needs to put more passion spirit into the remakes. Yeah, I mean, it's not that they aren't, it's just they aren't, you know, taking their time. Like, they need to sit down and consider, what do people not know that they need? What do people not know that they want? Like, I love Pokemon, but Game Freak tries to do both too much and too little. It's so hard to put into words. And I'm not a game designer to any extent. I'm simply a Pokemon fan, so what is, you know, possible is beyond me, but I can only sit here and hope. I know Ori's excited for potentially Gen 5 getting a Legends equivalent, Legends Arceus equivalent. That would be pretty cool. I'm not 100% convinced it will happen, but I think it would be amazing if it did. Especially if that's something that they were to keep doing until Gen 6 remakes. Because let's all be completely honest with ourselves, Gen 6's story and lore was lacking. And I feel like giving some actual plot points to what makes the Legends legendary would help a lot. Yeah. I want to know more about Az. I want to know more about the Pokemon War and all of that stuff. What happened to Floette? It's been, what was it, 10,000 years or something like that. It's still my personal headcanon that Az and N are, like, related to each other distantly. I mean, they both have that very fluffy hair. They're only one gen apart. They're both royalty, to some extent. Getsus isn't actually N's dad, despite, you know, them both having the green hair. And N can communicate with Pokemon in ways that, you know, other people can't. So I'm wondering if that's like a trait of, you know, people of the past. Well, I guess technically Legend of Arceus would have disproved that, but maybe for Kalos it's a different story. You know? Much to think about, much to ponder. Pokemon's cool. Darker, actually. Alright, it's coming along. It's coming along. Depending on how long finishing off the art here takes me, I might actually start the animation part of it tonight. And by start the animation part, I mean parent all of the rigging parts to the right parts. Because that in itself is kind of a process, and not one that I am fond of. Let's see, next be the other arm, might as well. Let's split this into hand, lower arm, and upper arm. The logistics of art. Ort! What else do I want for Pokemon Presents? I kind of don't play Pokemon Go much anymore, so I'm not sure what I particularly want on that front. I never really played the Cafe Mix game. It looks cute, I just never had an interest in playing it. And isn't that a gacha? It's like, I don't need more gacha in my life. Master ZX, I accidentally deleted that from my I did used to play it, but I accidentally deleted it from my phone and was like, this is probably for the better, and never re-downloaded it. It's like, I actually did put money into that gacha, because they had the subway bosses added, and Colress, who were all my favorites. So, money gone to waste at this point? Yeah, I guess, but it is what it is. Gacha's a virus for real! That's why I hesitate to play anymore. It's like, I'll see my buddies having fun with all the ones they play. It's like, I can't. Maybe we hope for new Ranger. That's what I want. A new Pokemon Ranger. I've been saying it for a while. And I know this might be kind of a hot take, but I think Ranger would go crazy on the Switch. I say that because on one hand, you could take, you know, control of the motion controls of the Switch and do like the circling motion for it. On the other hand, not enough games take advantage of the Switch's touchscreen. Yes, fun fact, the Switch has a touchscreen. God, I would love even just a Ranger remake, or like if they put, you know, DS games on a virtual console on the Switch at some point. That's a series that I'd like to be on there. Mystery Dungeon, I'd probably count that in the realm of possibility too, because they just remade the first Mystery Dungeon. It's like a remake that I got the demo for with the intent of playing, and then just never bought the full version for when they remade the Switch remake. I own Explorers or Red Mystery Dungeon team, because those first games came out like just after the original DS did, but I didn't own an original DS. I didn't get a DS until the DSi, or yeah, DSi. Or no, I'm trying to remember now, because the original DSs were clunky. Like, they obviously still had the two screens, but they were really more like a brick. And then the DS I got was when it was a little bit slimmer, but it didn't have the camera on it. DS Lite. Yes, DS Lite. That's what I had. I did have a DSi, though. And I had a 3DS. Never had a new 3DS. Yeah, my first was a DS Lite and bought Pokemon Diamond with it. Yeah, I had to convince my Earth Dad to purchase a DS Lite for myself, and kind of roped my sister into joining the Let's Ask Him for Video Games bandwagon. It was supposed to be for the both of us, but I was the only one who ever played it. Let's see, I got Pokemon Pearl with it, and I forget which game my sister got, but it was some, like, B-tier, like, one of those TV show-based video games. I'm sure it was one of those. She had a lot of them. Oh my god. I remember my sister used to have, like, a Sweet Life of Zack and Cody video game for the DS. And it went crazy. Like, it was actually a very good video game, and I loved playing it. I never really watched the show, but the game itself, that was fun. I'll buy this game system, but remember to share with your siblings. And you'll exactly! It's like, my parents ended up gifting me, one of those special, like, Mario IP-themed DSIs later down the road. I think it specifically was Mario Kart, and it came with Mario Kart pre-installed. It's all red. I still have it on me. So, I was very lucky and got to own Mario Kart DS twice thanks to that. other games have I owned across the years? So what are some stinker video games that I used to own? I used to, for the Game Boy, have a game. I was gifted a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Game Boy Advance game based on the Johnny Depp movie where he plays Wonka. That was an interesting game. It's always the movie show game tie-ins. Yeah. Sometimes they're good. I used to also have an Ed, Edd n Eddy Game Boy Advance game. That was pretty fun. I feel like, for some reason, all of the Cartoon Network games ended up being oddly fun. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the nostalgia speaking to me. It might be fun to one day find a way to hook up my Game Boy or my DS to my capture card or something and play some old games off of that. Like old games that wouldn't be, you know, put up on Virtual Console or anything like that. Like, all of my game systems still mostly work. My Game Boy Advance, it doesn't really hold a charge anymore. It'll still turn on, but it kind of needs to be eternally plugged in. And it's like, the battery isn't swollen or anything like that. I do check it. It's just, it doesn't want to keep its charge anymore. Nostalgia trip, yeah. Old tech will do that, yeah. It's like, I do check my systems. I do keep them, like, I don't want to say they're, you know, the best storage possible, but they're not, you know, I check on them from time to time. They're not about to rupture or explode. The battery's not going to kill someone the second you look at it, you know? Actually, they're all right behind me. Let me see what I got behind me. It's mostly Pokemon games. I still have the box to the original Pokemon Emerald. I wish I knew where my box to Fire Red was, because that was my actual first Pokemon game. I've got Soul Silver, the box for that, and I still have the Pokewalker. I know all three of those combined can go for quite a lot of money, but I don't plan on selling that anytime soon. No thank you. That's a beloved keepsake to me. I've got basically every Pokemon game case for the games that I've owned since Gen 4. Although I think some of my Wii ones are still with my parents. Yeah, I won't let go of my old games either. Exactly! It's really hard. I love to collect. I just love to collect. And I struggle to let go, for better or worse. I wouldn't go so far to say as I'm a hoarder or anything like that. Like, if it comes to merchandise, I know how to, you know, better cycle through merchandise. because it's not something you can just, pick up and play. That's more for display purposes. But when it comes to games, it's like, I want to play. I want to go back and, relive it. That and, TV shows, anime, movies, stuff like that. Those I like to hold on to, too. Physical media forever, my brother. Am I right? It's like, I get the value of streaming. Don't get me wrong. I tend to also stream most of the stuff I watch nowadays. But we also have to admit that once the licenses for the stream stuff run out, good luck. Piracy is your only option after that. Like, you see what happened with Warner Discovery? And how they just basically evaporated half of the cartoons Cartoon Network ever made off the face of the earth? Yeah. How would you like that to keep happening? That's why we buy physical. Physical media hit different too. I like reading a physical book rather than... Yeah, right? It's like, especially with manga, like, a lot of the manga I tend to read isn't even available on any kind of, like, e-reader or app or anything like that. So I'll go to, like, my nearest Barnes & Noble or whatever and go and pick it up. Feels good when I do. Like, when I go to cons and stuff, especially bigger ones where they have a whole variety of vendors and all of that, I like to stop by the specifically manga and anime sellers, like the people that really focus on those, and see what kind of rare finds there are too, because there's a lot of out-of-print stuff that still is just like, it's really good, but it's still sold for pennies. And you can't find it anywhere half the time. Like, a couple of weeks ago, I went to... I wouldn't call it a con, but it was like, kind of like a geek and nerd garage sale kind of thing, where anyone could come in and just kind of sell their unwanted wares. But like, man, I picked up Bubblegum Crisis out of that. You know, hasn't been around since the 80s. It's another 80s show. I picked up Tekonkencrete. What else did I get? Patlabor. Got those. A lot of good finds there. There was a lot of other stuff I was thinking of picking up too, but it's like I can only spend so much money right now. Because I did also admittedly purchase some figures there. Some really rare Fate figures of a character that I like that is very hard to find merch for, so. Oldies, but certainly goodies. Yeah, exactly. kids these days will never understand the joy of watching a cell animated show and then going to your local anime con and being able to purchase a cell from said anime show. I own a few, but I need to get them framed. They're all currently stored in, like, a portfolio kind of thing that's big enough to hold them nicely, but I want to get them framed. I've got 2 from the original, like, JoJo OVAs, the one by APPP, and I think one more JoJo one from the same one, but it's not a cell, it's just a sketch of Polnareff. Yeah. Got an Abdal, Silver Chariot, and a Polnareff. They're all very nice. I'd love to own a Fist of the North Star one day, but those are crazy expensive if you want to purchase one of any character that is not some one-off incidental. I love that. Oh man, you know what game series I should stream? Now that we've been talking about older DS games and stuff like that, I should play Drawn to Life. Like, the whole series of it. 'Cause I've played the original. I still own it somewhere. And then I think there are 3, like, mainline games to it now? Something like that. It's a good game. It's Drawn to Life. It was originally on Nintendo DS. Like, you had to draw all of your little characters and stuff like that. It was really fun. And I know they just made one for the Switch too. Let me check. Yeah, it's kind of like Scribblenauts. I think actually it and Scribblenauts have had a crossover. Let me do a quick little googly woogly. Let's see. Drawn to Life. Well, I guess Drawn to Life is also part of Cirque du Soleil. Not the video game series, but that's a title for Cirque du Soleil. Video game. Drawn to Life video game. Let's see. Drawn to Life Wikipedia. Let's see. Drawn to Life is an action-adventure platform video game for the Nintendo DS developed by Fifth Cell and published by THQ in 2007. It was later published by Gatsuma Entertainment in Japan in 2008. Let's see. In the game, the player creates their own playable characters, level objects, and accessories by drawing them using the DS's stylus and touchscreen. The game is ported to iOS by WayForward Technologies and released by 505 Games on May 21st, 2014. That I didn't know. 2 sequels followed, both under the title Drawn to Life: The Next Chapter, for release on the DS and Wii. A spin-off title, Drawn to Life SpongeBob SquarePants Edition, was developed by Eltron for the DS. A third installment in the series, titled Drawn to Life: Two Realms, developed by Digital Continue and published by 505 Games, was released on December 7th, 2020. Oh, and that one's on Windows too? Wow, okay. So maybe I'll play that. Shoot. Be fun to draw it with my tablet and all that. Although I think there's like, I haven't played the second game in that mix. The Next Chapter. I could probably find it secondhand because I do have my DS and play that. I'd rather not emulate. So I wonder how much the story, because there is like some pretty deep lore to the world, even just from the first game. So if I could just jump into the third game without really needing to know the lore, then maybe I'll just go ahead and stream that. It's a fun game. Hello, Vucky. Welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate the comment. If you've had a nice weekend or having a nice morning wherever you are. See, I'll probably move on to do the bat next. Let's see, where's the hand? Hand. Put that below the hand. Be on one folder. Walmart. Hide reference. Safety save. Okay. Probably be safer to go and hide all of the head layers so I can see what I'm doing here. Excellent. Straight line time. Good luck. Actually, I'm just gonna cheese this. Hold on. See how good we can get this. Okay. Alter a tiny bit. Not quite enough. Seems like too much. Yeah, it's too much. Still a little too much. That's just worse. it doesn't help that these lines kind of go back to their default position. I put the cursor over them. So I'm really trying to eyeball it right now. What's that? Ah, still a little thin. Too thick. There we go. Nice. I can live with that. I can live with that. Turn that back off. Actually, come back on for a second. No! Oh, I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Now I've messed up. There we go. That's better. On the topic of nostalgic video games, yeah, my brain is still there. What are some other old video games that I could maybe stream? One series of video games I used to play the absolute daylight out of was Poke Park for the Wii. And I get why a lot of people weren't the biggest fans of it, because out of all of the Pokemon games to, or at least the side games to ever exist, that one was especially for literal toddlers. But I found all of the mini games in it to be really fun. Granted, I don't have my Wii on me right now. I think my sister has it, so probably can't do that. Maybe that's what'll happen in the Pokemon Direct, is they'll announce a new Poke Park, and I'll be like, yes, finally, Poke Park, my time to shine once again. I doubt that, though. I've got more hope for Pokemon Sleep than that. This side off. bat. Here. Up. See, that could be an issue. It's the back of her hair. I guess that's fine. If I put the bat below the back of the hair, I was worried that... No, that's fine. Because you won't ever see it peeking out from the fingers anyway. So that should be fine. Cool. So let's move on to the lower body then. Actually, no, we still need to put the ribbon thing. I forgot that on the bat. Oh no. Let's hide that hand. That lower arm. Gotta hide all this stuff again, don't I? That should be fine enough. better. Actually put it a little bit brighter. Yeah, I like that. There's that little red detail on there too. Make it darker. Now we put the ribbon on. So let's see. Need an underlay to it and an overlay to it. Looks like 2 overlays actually. Let me hide that one side of the hair. Should be 1 overlay, 2 underlays then. Let's do that. Make a folder, call it that overlay. Sorry, I'm back from dinner. Oh, it's all good. You're never under any obligation to stay. You're free to come and go as you please. Come on, eyedropper, please. There we go. You were talking about Googling Drawn to Life. So you missed me reading the Wikipedia page. Basically, I was right. There are 2 follow-ups to the first game. The second one being also on the DS and also on the Wii. The third one just came out a couple years ago in 2020. And was surprisingly also on Windows. So assuming I don't need to know the lore of the second game, or really also replay the first game, I might play that on stream. That would be fun. Jump to PC, yeah. It's kind of not surprising. I mean, the entire premise of the game kind of relies on needing, you know, the resources to be able to draw, which, you know, most consoles and handhelds really don't have that. But if you have, you know, a computer, it's much easier to, you know, have plugins or resources in order to do so. And you can mod the game. I guess that's true, yeah. I'm not really one to really mod my games, but yeah, that definitely is a possibility. Probably get away with just putting this whole piece onto one instead of breaking it up into 3. That's what I'll do. used here. Now I gotta recolor that. Sorry, no sneeze for you. Sorry, not sorry. You get there. See that? I can't. It's a little. How'd that little yen symbol get there? Me and my fat fingers. Okay, now we can move on to the lower body. It's coming along. There, no sneeze, but you get a yawn. You'll take it and you'll like it. Let's see, should probably just start with the legs and then save the skirt for last. That way I don't have to worry about hiding the skirt over and over to see the legs. It's gonna all kind of go underneath everything. Doesn't need to be 100% perfect right there because the seam will be covered up by the belt of the skirt, which is nice. Drawing the Zungie Bungie. Let's go. Nice to meet you, Uma. Nice to meet you, angry I'm trying, I promise. Sauirse. But yeah, I'm drawing Zungie. She's a longtime friend of mine, so just felt appropriate to draw a friend. Thank you for the compliment, and thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a nice weekend, or a nice morning, wherever you might be. And I hope the world treats you well. There, that's a lot better. Oh, and thank you for the follow as well. I really appreciate it. Shoelaces on. Brace here. Brace there. Alright, just gotta make sure it's all closed off under the torso. Great. Okay, now we can color that leg. This leg is mostly showing. Oh, I forgot to draw in her belts. Or short belts, whatever those are. So it basically just makes like a little extra X kind of deal. That works. Okay, now we can color the leg. This leg is mostly colored with skin, it looks like. Shorts. this be the same color as like that lip of the shoe. Color. Next. Belts are big, bright green. So it's that. Tiny bit. Let's see your shoes. Heels are mostly that same bright green, but there's like a dark, detailed stripe going through them. I think I'll probably, just for the sake of simplicity, just keep it all green. I could probably actually make this little line between the shoe and the sole. Maybe make that a different color, not just black. Think about it. See, she's got that same kind of motif with the, not really zigzagged, but the boxy back and forth line going on there too. Color, perhaps? See how that looks first. I'll go with that. This way this time. Rotate. Rotate the Zungie. Get a little thinner. There we go. Then we would want the third one. Ah. Life hack, just do that. Switch. This. Art hacks, yeah. Work smarter, not harder. I say as I try to draw the cleanest lines possible, which is not exactly working smarter now, is it? that little stitch. That has an actual like zigzag pattern on it. Looks really quick. A little pink right here. Not bad. What if I made it the same as the jacket's pink? It's more of a purple. Purpley pink, whatever you want to call it. Magenta, perhaps? I'm not colorblind, I'm just kind of dumb. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, cool. Now time for the other leg. Oh, hold on. First color torso here. So, oh, wait. Oh, no, because that belt is gonna interfere with the... Hold on. Yeah, because that belt is in line with... that could be an issue. Hold on, let me first recolor this right here. To do with that belt. I guess it's more of a strap than a belt, but let's just get rid of it. Turn a blind eye. That's what we'll do. Probably revisit it once we put the skirt on too. See how much we can kind of hide and get away with. So we need to account for the motion and how all the physics of that will kind of move things around too. Start with that. Okay, other leg. underneath the skirt anyway. On. Get the shorts on too. I know we're probably not going to see the shorts anyway, but peace of mind. Let's pull this down a little bit more. That's better. Whoop. Sorry if you heard some background noise there. Shoe on. Whoop. Don't forget to erase that. Alright, time to color the other leg. Okay. I have to just do these again. Let's do more to curve this time. Nice, okay. That takes care of both of the legs. Which means I do the skirt. Just how does this look with the torso not? Yeah. Not gonna worry about that little black seam between the torso and the one leg. That's gonna be hidden anyway. So, out of sight, out of mind, as they say. Oh shoot, one thing I noticed that I should do. There is left jacket, left jacket, left jacket, left jacket. Left coat. There we go. So the interior of her jacket is that green. So this should be green right here. It's slightly darker green. There we go. Also helps it stick out a little bit more, which we kind of need. Cool. Okay. Skirt time. Skirt time. We also unhat that. Cool. So, it goes above the torso. Let's call it the belt for short. Okay. Fine. Just temporarily hide the legs for now. Is gray, but also has a green stripe going through it. So in that case, that's... Okay, good. Thought for a second I left a hidden mark somewhere, like on top of a different layer or something. Color. That is not the right color. There we go. Check that alpha. Green in. Bother with the finer details in that. So thin. Okay. And underneath that, but above the torso, be the top layer of the skirt. Okay. Pretty all this up. Debating if I really need many details on this. I might block in a little bit of shadow, but I'm not gonna do it like this, that kind of thing. That doesn't feel right to do. At least with how simple I'm trying to keep this. Let's at least put the base color in here. Show me everything else really quick. It doesn't look too bad. It does look very plain though. Okay, I'll put a tiny bit in. Where's my layer? There's my layer. Tiny bit darker. That works. Something like this, maybe? Still seems off. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. Okay, and then she's got these chains that hang off. Which I know I sketched in. Oop. Hide the legs again. Hide the torso again. Semi-transparent, so I can tell where to end things off. Water. And completely flush with the skirt. That's not right. There is one little thing hanging off of that. So I get, I guess, chain charm as well, name it. It's just basically a little diamond somewhere down here. Then the underlay to the skirt. That should be next. Go underneath everything. Trying to think about how... Because this, in theory, like, looks good, but I can't envision how it's going to connect from here to here. It's gonna have to show, like, around here, too. Like, I like this shape, and I like where this goes up. It's essentially making that shape just very zigzagged. Flowing cloth are so hard. Yeah, it can be pretty hit or miss with me. If I'm being completely honest, flowing things are some of my favorite things to animate. At least when it comes to hand-drawn animation. I feel like I brought this up when I was animating Emody, but like I love hand-drawing like hair and fabric like blowing in the wind. I find it very satisfying to like hand-draw animate. Animating with like rigged kind of setups, not so much. Constantly having to fight deformers there, and it just becomes more of a pain than anything. Remember, yeah. Where'd the belt go? Where'd the belt go? There it is. Okay. Alright, then, because of the gradient, like, inside of here, it looks like it's supposed to be the same color as the jacket, but because of the gradient, it looks a little bit brighter, so I think I'm gonna actually go with making it a little bit brighter as well. Just see how that turns out. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. I actually make it a little bit more saturated. Oh yeah. Color the lines too. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Cool. Then I'm missing her little like zipper thing up on her neck. So let's go get that in there. I could probably treat that the same way as I did these. thing holding it down. A little extra color just to help pop out a little bit. Not like that. There we go. I think that's everything in terms of drawing. Hold on, let me figure out that extra little, this thing down here. Hide the skirt again really quick. I'm probably just gonna cheat and have it go underneath. That way I don't have to deal with the seams or anything like that. It's not really accurate, but hey, whatever. Unless, hold on. See something right quick. Hold on. You come here. Unless, what if we end the torso underneath the belt? And then I just kind of cheat and bring this leg up to here. I'm gonna try that. We're gonna do a little surgery really quick. A little bit of surgery on a zombie really quick. Let me hide everything I don't need right now. Okay, torso layer. W, belt layer. Just kind of wanna do that. Leg. Color this back in again. this again. Should be able to just... Where does this leg start and end? Oh yeah, I got plenty of space to work with. Great. Hope this works as is intended. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Way better. If I swing this around, it doesn't look too distracting at all, does it? Nah, it should be fine. Great. Alright, well at least the drawing portion of Zungie is done! Yay! Cool, so I'm gonna briefly hide my capture. This way I can do some quick little saving, and while not giving away a bunch of my stuff. So, save. Okay, and then I'm also going to open up After Effects. I don't want that to reveal a bunch of stuff either, because Adobe products usually show all of your recent files. I guess I need to do this really quick. Making good time. Now for the boring part. Great! Okay. Gotta import some stuff. Where? There you are. Okay. Just some stuff. Anyway, here's After Effects. Miserable program. The art's going to look crunchy because I have the render quality set to quarter. That way it renders a little bit faster. At least when I actually go to animate it. That's not too relevant right now, but... hate this part. Pardon my yawn. Okay. This, let's see if I go effect, layer, transparency. Cool. For now, I think I'll turn that back on. Then, alright, we're just gonna go right down the list and parent everything to everything. So, mid-bang. Oh, we need to set the pivot points too. This part I'm just gonna use my own. Let's see, this tool. There. Cool. I'm just gonna lock them as I go down so I can keep track. Mid-bang could be, whoop, parent U to the head. So now, when I eventually go to rotate the head, the hair is going to start moving with it. Left bang. Which one are you? That one. Let's put this right there. That, parent to the head. Mouth, easy. Parent to the head. Pivot point, right on top of it. Eventually I'll probably go and like pre-compose the eyes and the face all kind of like together. But that's a problem for later on. Brow. Kind of already has its pivot in place. Parent U. That. Other brow. Already has its pivot in place. Head. Eye. Okay, the entire eye is already one composition. Just drag your pivot right there. Head. Left eye. Same thing. Put that right there. Head. Ear. Same thing. Head. This one. That. Yeah. Where's the... Hello? That's because I don't have it selected. There we go. So is this a good spot to do it? Right there? It's probably going to be as good as it gets. This one's tricky because it needs to go like around the ear but also above the head. So I'll need to be very careful when I animate that piece. All those stitches are kind of one, yeah. Like a pivot point right down here. That way it becomes easier to kind of stretch it and keep it in place as the head turns. Blush number one. Don't need to do anything fancy to that. Blush number two, same deal. Hairline. Right. Do that right there. Head. The actual head. I want to be able to pivot it right there. So now, everything that I've thus far attached to the head should rotate with the head. I still need to do like all the like stuff beneath the head that was just going down the layers, so everything on top of it is now stuck to the head. Woohoo! Mid-hair, which one was that? Ah, that. Let's do that. I think right there should probably be fine. better to do it right at the part then. Oh, why didn't that pivot move? Yeah, I'll probably have to be careful with deformers on this one too. Head to the body. Hold on. Neck doko. Neck doko. Where are you? Neck. This one goes to the head. On the other side of the white hair. Go right there. Works. Connected to the head. The knee bones connect to the leg bone. Forgot to unhide that, but at least it imported. Okay. Go right there. Here. Connect you to the neck. The neck gets connected to the torso. Let's connect you to the torso. So far, so good. The other shoulder hair. Connects to the head. Right, lower arm. Right, that's the outstretched hand. Place you right there. Connect to the right upper arm. Wherever that is, there it is. Lock you. That goes right there. Connect you to the torso. Right coat. It's a really good place to put a pivot on this one. I guess I'll do it up here under the neck. That to the torso. Belt. To torso. Go right there. Connect that to the chains. Chains. Come from there, they hang from here, so put the pivot point right there, and we'll connect that to the belt. Skirt. Skirt, skirt. Probably put it right here, I guess. Have to be careful that this right here doesn't become detached or misaligned at any point. Connect that to the belt again. Torso. Here's everything that moves with the torso so far. Wow, that's a lot. I'll put the torso pivot right down at the hips. Nice. The torso does not need to be connected to anything. Left coat. right around here. Connects to the torso. Left hand, that one's holding the bat. I want to pivot you by the wrist, so put this right here. Connect you to the left lower arm. Good. Left lower arm. Pivot you at the elbow-ish. We'll pivot you where you connect to the lower arm. There we go. Connect you to the upper arm. Left upper arm. Your shoulder's right around here. It's gonna be blocked by that hair anyway. Let's do the torso. Alright, the back of the hair. Most sense to pivot you at the part as best as I can. To the head again. Then bat. This is that ribbon part there. So this comes out from right here. So that'll connect to the extra underlay there. The bat itself. Be held by the hand. Where's the hand? Left hand. Here, like that extra. Comes from there. Connect you to the bat. Underlay, that's you. We're almost there. Connect you to the overlay. Okay. Next to the head. Ooh, wrong layer, wrong layer. Come back. Right leg. You're gonna want to put your pivot down at the toe. That way your feet stays planted while you are swinging around. Really put that down. Actually, go full accuracy for this one. When it comes to like rigs and stuff, keeping the feet planted is kind of my #1 pet peeve. And I know that's very difficult to do with like live 2D. So I want to like at some point learn live 2D exclusively to like get good at doing rigs in live 2D like that. Like even I'll see like professionally made live 2D rigs and they still have like their feet kind of moving around on the ground just because of the limitations of the software. And oh, it bothers me. It bothers me. Your character is not standing in place, they are standing on ice, fighting for their life. Granted, I know it's hard, I know it's hard. Oh, it's a pet peeve. An ultimate E, underlay the skirt. Okay. It's gonna swing from here. Connect to the belt. These can all be locked. Everything is connected. Let's go. Just check really quick. Where's the head layer? Head layer. Oh yeah. There's the neck. Perfect. Lock that back up. Torso. Cool. It's the upper arm. probably want to be careful to not swing it out too far. Where's the other arm? The other arm. Make sure the bat moves like it's supposed to. Nice. I like that. Make sure the legs move like they're supposed to too. Yep, that's right. Looks stupid, but that's how I want it to be. Cool. And that's a good stopping point because... Whoop, that's a good stopping point because that means the next stream I do art-wise will probably be animating this all in one go, just like I did with Emerties. That's a much easier task than drawing and assembling all of the parts. At least in my opinion. And at least this time I know how to time it out better too. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna call it here for tonight. Let me quickly go and see who else is live right now in case I want to raid somebody. Where's my browser? So good so far. Thank you, Moonman. I appreciate it as always. Who's live right now? Hey, Ori's still live. Let's go raid Ori, okay? Let's do that. I think he'll appreciate that. Okay. Well, okay, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you to everyone who lurked or chatted. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who might have followed or subscribed along the way. I hope you all have a wonderful night, had a great weekend, have a fine Monday. I'll have my schedule up on Twitter soon. It's probably going to be a more laid-back week because I've got a truly busy weekend next weekend, and I will be 1000% unavailable for NDA reasons. And yeah, cool. Thank you, everybody. Unite! Unite! Unite!